I don't know this is in terms of whether that's my roadcaster or not. I don't even have tripod ready. Hang on. Let me put that there. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see if we can find the stream. I believe we're live. I think we're live. Are we live? There's nobody watching. Let's go into here. Stream finished. Are you serious? I'm streaming right now. No, I am here. Oh, I'm live. Here we go. We are live. All right, here we go. Stream here. And let's get everything happening. All right, nobody's found the stream. Am I public? Am I public? Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Check 1, 2. Hello. Let's go over here. Seems to be going through to YouTube, but nobody seems to be finding it. So what I need to do is maybe just refresh this and see if I can see it. Am I live on my channel? That is the thing. Hello, hello. I'm live on my channel. Why is nobody finding me? Hello. Hello, hello. All right. I think people are coming in. Hang on. Here we go. What time is it? Okay, let me jump to this. All right. Larry's found us. I don't know how to get the word out, although it's on my page like the other ones. Yeah, I'm on my mobile, so this is my phone. I don't know if this mic is working or whether it's just using the iPhone mic. Now, if it's using the iPhone mic, you're going to be picking up a lot of air conditioning noise. That I can't check. Or maybe I could. But I did not see it on YouTube, but I clicked on the link in Twitter X. It's a good mic. Oh, excellent, excellent. Good, so you should hear this. Yeah, audio's good. All right, let's make what do they say? Let's make lemons out of lemonade. so for the next like 30 or 40 minutes, seeing we just lost with all that. Okay, you heard the sound effects. That means everything I do here, except I don't have background music because I'm using my phone for my background music to get the mic in to the phone to sound good. All right. So I'm just gonna have to wing the news. I'm just going to work off the. I can see the Social Stream Ninja. I did reconnect that to the new streams as I went, but I'm not going to be able to bring anything up on the screen anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go off the main YouTube, and then I'll try and Beanie's in the house. So let me just do a few shout outs. If you know anybody who's sort of dangling around there, I know Chantel was around before. Yeah. So yeah, it's really weird going from an encoder. Like I tried Ecamm and Meld, and they were like buffering. Like Ecamm was sort of doing the poor connection. So I reckon it's a YouTube issue because myself and Chantal have different internet. Like we're not with the same company, although it is all NBN. But I'm in a different part of Brisbane. I don't think. I think it's a YouTube issue in the sense of the ingesters something must be up, but the mobile ingesters seem to be working okay. So I think it's something like that. So if you want to maybe share the word that this is the new link, I am on the front-facing camera, but it is an iPhone 17 Pro Max. So, you know, we'll do the best we can with what we got. We've got the good audio, so that's a win. I don't have all the actual settings set up correctly, I think. So I'm just going to check them real quick. Make sure I've got the redirect to Nick's show ready to go. I think everything else is good. Monetization's on, so yay. Subscriber only mode. Everything else looks good. Live chat summary, live chat replay. Little reaction things are off. Oh, you know what I can do? I can quickly put the correct thumbnail on here. That'll help people find the stream, and then we'll get going. So big shout out to Larry, Home Rapid Repair, who's first in here. Coffiners Cats here. I can see live stream consultants in the house. Beanie Draws, of course. Who else am I looking at? That's all I can see right now. I'm going to put the proper thumbnail on the stream and attach the playlist thing that's like right next to where I am. I'm going to have to go and delete the failed streams from existence right after we're done here. You know, stuff like tags and stuff, they can wait till later. All right. Let me just save all that. So yeah, for the there was a few others floating around. I saw Ali, I saw Davis's All Natural Gym. Who else was in the pre-show chat? Exploring Canada was in there, and Chantel was in there. Okay, I'm seeing everybody. I did 3 or 4 because I was like tried Ecamm twice and tried Meldon. I went back to Ecamm just in case, you know what I mean. Yeah, Eileen Smith as well. Yeah, if you just let them know the new link. I did post it in the X, but I've sort of jumped out of X right now. Some stuff. I'm looking at my other phone just to see what's going on. Okay, now let me see if I can move my Ecamm scene over to be looking at least above my phone and not looking away. And then I'll go through the news. Chantel's here. Monique's found the stream. We're going on mobile, so none of the frills on the screen. And I'm just going to work off the main chat. So I could probably even close my Social Stream Ninja because that's not going to work. All the GIF commands aren't going to work. I even updated the mystery GIF. I'll leave it for next week. So yeah. Yeah, Chantel thought hers was due to internet failing, but as soon as it started playing out, I'm thinking, this is exactly the same issue. So it's got to be YouTube have not solved their ingest issues. And it seems to be on their encoder. So, hey. Okay, let me see if I can... I'm going to Ecamm scene. So I got like a perfectly good camera here. Like I've just put my Ecamm scene. I'm just going to stick it up here above my chat. That's right. So I can, because I need to still bring up the scenes that have all my notes. You know, I was going to shout out the members and everything this week. I updated everything. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm going to jump to my overview, and I'm just going to talk through, you know, Creator Insider's back this week. So that's good news. So we had an advertiser-friendly guidelines update from Connor around controversial issues, sensitive issues. Oh, have a buffer here on my studio side, but it still says excellent. So, hey, we'll keep going. This week at YouTube, we've got back this week. It wasn't Tuesday, Newsday. I think it was on Wednesday. But yeah, there's a little bit of buffering, but we'll go. That could just be my Wi-Fi because I'm on my phone, and yeah. So there'll be some buffering. So let's jump in. That's what my side is. Let's jump in. All right. First thing, I'm just going to read these off. We're going to hit the news. We're going to like I'm seeing everything that I'm seeing. I should actually be recording this in Ecamm. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to hit record in Ecamm. On the house on here, and then I have to do is go and then hit record. I need to turn stream off. And stream off. Record only. Hit record. All right. And then I'm going to get it because I'm still on this other camera as well. So just to let everyone know, Creator Insider is back. First news topic of today, let's talk about the YouTube monetization update with Connor this week. YouTube is relaxing its advertiser-friendly guidelines to allow the broadening monetization on sensitive topics, which means they're going to do more greens and less yellows on sensitive topics. So the policy shift is that creators can now earn full ad revenue on content focusing on controversial issues like abortion, self-harm, suicide, and domestic or sexual abuse. To qualify for full ads, these topics must be presented in a non-graphic and non-descriptive manner or within a dramatized fictional context. Historically, the fictional nature or lack of graphic detail did not matter, often resulting in a yellow icon or limited revenue. Whilst content focusing on child abuse, including sex trafficking or eating disorders, I should say, remains ineligible for full monetization. So some stuff will still have a lot more greed on these controversial topics. And this descriptive segments, descriptive segments of child abuse or dramatized content involving triggering signals for eating disorders like binging or purging will still earn limited or no revenue. So a bit of an update. If you happen to make content in that area, then that's probably a welcome update in terms of monetization. We're going to move on. A couple of people posted about that this week on X, so you can't see those, so it doesn't matter. Okay, next, let's talk about some of the topics on the main Creator Insider Newsflash this week. The first one being an update with VO 3.1, a new feature they're calling Ingredients to Video. And specifically for YouTube, this is going to be on YouTube for YouTube Shorts creation and YouTube Create, the YouTube Create app. Google's latest generative video model, VO 3.1, is being integrated into mobile tools to help creators animate static imagery. Creators can upload 3 ingredient images such as a character, an object, and a background to generate a cohesive 8-second video clip. The model offers better identity, ensuring characters and backgrounds look the same across different scenes to help maintain a narrative. Within the YouTube Shorts app, creators can access the tool via the Create Video button, provided their device language is set to English. The YouTube Create app, the feature will be initially available on Android only for creators in Australia, India, the US, Canada, and New Zealand. So right now, it will be released on iOS at a later date. That is for the YouTube Creator app. That is because they got to update the actual app. And just a note that they like to say is that all generated clips use an invisible synth ID watermark, and YouTube will automatically apply an AI generated label. So if you use those in your shorts, you can automatically declare it as AI generated content, which a lot of people want. A lot of viewers want that. YouTube want it too because it's transparency. Now, what I need to do is not forget to look at the chat. Okay, there's just the buffering. So big shout out. Ollie Smith is here as well. Who's come in? Phil here. Welcome. I'm getting PTSD from buffering. Oh no. Doug, you can set another phone up and bring it in as a guest to show you on your monitor. You're getting a little technical for me there. No, I can't because I would have had to have flagged it as one of those streams before I went live, and I haven't. The go live together thing to bring in a second one. That's a bummer. All right. Next topic. The next topic, because there was only 2 main topics on this week's Creator Insider Shark Scrapper, good to see you made it. Yeah, we're persisting. Current Cole's here as well. SMA Sky's here. Welcome, guys. Yeah, a few technical issues today, so we're streaming from the phone. And so I've still got my slides up, and I'm actually recording in Ecamm the same slides that I would be presenting. So maybe I can like upload them afterwards somehow as a separate video. Maybe for the like I replace the podcast version. It will be up, the one that stays up. It's the same audio because I'm here and I'm, dropping it. Right. The next story is YouTube Promote, which, we don't tend to like encourage people to use. But what they've introduced is new interest-based targeting. So in other words, if you're creating an ad campaign, you want to target, usually it used to be able to just target like countries and maybe some age demographics and stuff. You can now target interest groups. So say, I want to target gamers, or I want to target people who are in fashion halls or something like that. So let's read what it says. The YouTube Promote tool is receiving a significant update to give creators more granular control over who sees their advertisements. Creators can target viewers based on specific interests, such as gamers, beauty enthusiasts, or travel buffs, rather than just broad demographics. These interest categories anonymize signals from viewer activity across both Google and YouTube. This feature is designed to bridge the gap for creators who want to use advertising without having to learn the complexities of the full Google ad system. Currently, interest-based targeting can only be configured when using the promotion button on desktop, with mobile support planned later. Now, this is the interesting part. Right at the end, YouTube clarifies a couple of things, and one of these things I thought was different, but this is what they say. Like, we sort of knew some of this. Subscribers and watch time gained from Promote tool do not count towards the 4,000 hours or 1,000 subscribers needed to the YouTube partner program. So anybody who hits subscribe from YouTube Promote, that subscriber isn't counted towards your earn goal. So if it's counting all the earned subscribers, now if you already have over 1,000 subscribers, it doesn't matter because you've already got the 1,000 subscribers legitimately. But any of the ones that are accrued by using YouTube Promote them in the tab, and I didn't know that. I thought it was just a watch time that wasn't getting counted. I didn't know that they could exclude subscribers, but they do. They do. So so blatantly, you can't use this to game the system to like shortcut all that monetization. To get your monetization tiers, to get the YouTube partner program, you can't shortcut that using advertising. So I just thought I'd mention that because that was a little piece of little note you could say. Let's see. Anybody saying anything in the chat that I can't bring up on the screen? Oh, I closed my Social Stream Ninja and I could technically have still brought it up for the recording, but that's okay. If you pay, Larry says, if you pay gift memberships, YouTube outs everyone watching the stream without notification. But if they try to comment, it warns them 3 times. If you paid a gift memberships, YouTube outs everyone. I don't understand what that means. I'm on that one. Philip says, of course, people know you subbed. Mine unless there's a mass spam problem. What's wrong with letting the public chat? Sub chat. Oh, is that to do with my sub only chat? I've had sub only chat on my streams for the last month or so. I think I left it on at one point and it stayed on. So yeah, I can change that. I don't usually like I experiment with it, but I don't usually always have it on. But I'll turn it off. So there we go. Oh, there's something else going on. See, I don't understand. I'm trying to think, is this related to what Larry said? I'm not understanding what you guys are seeing. So if you're seeing something weird, maybe YouTube's got something weird going on. Shout out to Wander AUS. Welcome to the stream. I'm just trying to make sense of what's going on. We're talking about when you want to comment, YouTube warns you so much. Oh, really? I sometimes see it at the start of some streams, but not every stream. So I don't know. Maybe some people are getting it more often than others. Message to say we may be suffering from a technical fault or you are not subbed. A couple of different things going on there, I think. All right. All right, I'm going to move to the next story. Okay, there's a redesigned mobile comment button. This is a small thing. YouTube is rolling out a subtle but high visible UI change to the comment section on mobile devices, and I've got it. I took a screenshot to show everybody, but hey, the traditional black and white arrow icon for submitting comments after you type your comment, you go across and hit submit. It's been replaced by a bright red button instead of just like a white button with an arrow on it. It's a red button with an arrow on it. The change is designed to make the submission button stand out more, inviting users to share their thoughts more readily. I think it's also because there's a lot more things you can click on in terms of replying to comments, because now you can do a voice reply, you can reply to a comment with a short if it's your own video. Both of those if you're a creator and you're going in to reply to comments. So yeah, it says this tweak is currently appearing for users on Android app and is rolling out progressively. Well, I'm seeing it on iOS, so I think it's a broad rollout on mobile devices, because I have seen it on iPads and iPhones in the last couple of days. I'm not getting my hydration reminders. All right. Yeah, and there's my little screenshot to show what it looks like, but you can't see it, but you'll see it if you're on the replay and because I'm recording this. Okay, here's an interesting article that I'm showing on screen now. It comes from Matt Navarra, but it was a quote from a different article that I couldn't get into because it was paywall. I think it might have been on Forbes or one of those paywall type sites. But anyway, you know how it goes. Cheddar Cathy, welcome. In the Granite 617, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're bootlegging a mobile stream today, but at least we've got good audio. So yeah, fun and games. This is an interesting article. It says, is the YouTube vibe session fear real? Creators say they're sensing a YouTube vibe session despite record users, revenue, and growth. Sudden view drops have sparked panic as years of intuition suddenly stop working. It's not meeting traditional patterns and like seasonalities. Shorts have reshaped the YouTube ecosystem, making long-form growth harder and generational shifts unavoidable. From Mr. Beast to mid-tier channels, every creator fears AI slop, declining audiences and conversions, and collapsing sense of control. It'd be interesting if I could open up the article on this one, but I can't open it up, unfortunately, because it was paywalled. I want to know more. It's an interesting term, vibe session. It's like a recession, like a YouTube recession. Why is it a vibe session? I have no idea. I'm interested in finding out. If I find out, I'm going to let people know. But I just thought that was an interesting thing. So creators are concerned. So it's a vibe session. I don't know, because it's the vibe of the thing, as the main character in The Castle said. That's a classic Australian movie. Oh, no, it was the lawyer who said it, actually, not the main character. It says it's the vibe of the thing. He's in court, the High Court. He says, what's the precedent? He says, it's the vibe of the thing. So, yeah, there we go. That's what I throw that one in. Okay, I've got a couple of what I've called fast nuggets because I didn't want to call them quick bits, or I don't want to steal anybody else's intellectual property. These are just some real quick things to note. Firstly, Creator Insider on that same video this week, asking for feedback. The Creator Insider team is soliciting feedback regarding what specific content or updates they would like to see covered in 2026. So if you want to do that, you can go over to the video for this week, and I'll have some instructions in the description how you can leave feedback, I think, in the comment section, and another way as well. So if you have anything, suggestions of what you'd like to see Creator Insider do in 2026, quick bits, but it's used by a popular YouTube channel that does tech news. That's why it's stuck in my head. The other thing I got here is just a reminder that multi-format streaming, which is horizontal vertical streaming, still rolling out to people. More people are getting it. So that's a thing. Now, I was preparing this and I was looking to see if there was any extra things that I've missed out of news. So I had like, I don't have time to like go and scroll. Like I generally already do that during the week. So I had Gemini do a quick check, and it came back with some certain information, and I had to check it, and the way that it included the information was a really interesting. Guy had asked it to explain where's the source, what's the source of this information, and it couldn't produce a source. It was like going back to like announcements about Mac at YouTube, because the feature that it claimed was starting to roll out to people or getting tested for people, it was flagged as coming out in early 2026. And what is it now? Early 2026. So yeah, that's a thing. So I quickly updated my slide to not include that information. But yes, the dual streaming or the multi-format streaming is still rolling out to different people. We're expecting some updates to that later in the year, where you'll be able to do your framing and all that. Pam's here. Hello, Pam. It's been a while. I've probably seen you over on the group and Facebook recently. Probably chatting with. Hello to Chatty Cathy and the Wanderer AUS. Let me see if I've missed any comments. Creative Classroom, of course. Creative Classroom's in house. Seeing if there's any comments nothing I need to bring up. Whoop. Just had a little bit of a glitch on the studio dashboard there. All right, let me see if have I got anything else after this? Is that the last? Is that the last of the nuggets? That's the last of the nuggets. So at this point, I'm going to go back to the main screen for the local recording. So just people who are watching this on the recording, which is going to go back up to YouTube to show the slides and everything. I'm actually streaming on my mobile device, so I'm going to be looking down there a fair bit, and then looking across at the comments over here. So maybe I'll not be looking as much, but it's all cool. And just to put it out there, let's put everything up on the screen there for the recording. Like, you know, buy me a coffee link and stuff. Oh boy. But I am still connected on Social Stream Ninja, so the commands should still work in terms of anything we need to, like the ones that bring up stuff in the chat. Obviously, actually, the gifts still work on my recording because I'm recording on eCam. Okay. Philip says, the gifted membership has to go somewhere. I think if you are an active chatter, you probably more likely get it. Yeah, it's based on activity on your channel and live streams in particular. You don't have to be live on the live stream to necessarily receive a gifted membership. You have to be opted in to receive gifted memberships. But I've seen on some streams where like hundreds and hundreds of gifted memberships are gifted every stream. And Brent's here, welcome. And then what happens is I've been on a stream where I've had gifted membership open, but I'm the current member on that stream, but I tend to pick them up because people drop them so often. And I get a notification in email. I'm not even maybe watching at the time. I'm like, they're streaming, but I'm busy doing something else. So I'm not online, or I'm not available to watch. I'm working or whatever. And I'll get an email notification say, hey, you've just received a gifted membership on this channel. And what it is, it actually helps to get people back in because they receive a gifted membership. They get the email that says, hey, you just picked up a gifted membership over on such and such channel. And you go, oh, okay. And you have a look and they're live. So you go and jump in. So it's a way to get people into your lives as well, surreptitiously, I guess you could say. But it's a good promo tool. So it doesn't have to be someone who's in the chat at that moment. It can be anybody who's recently been on a previous live stream or commented, just had some sort of activity, even just watching to a certain extent. But if you're engaging, that's a bigger trigger point for it. All right, what else we got in here? We said hello to Brad. Hello. It would make, Kathy says it would make more sense that the membership would go to people who are actively watching videos. Yeah, they tend to do that, watching, but engaging as well. if you have like too many on the chat, but if people, too many people in the chat would get confused. Should it be an option for the streamer to decide where it goes, like who receives the gifted membership? That would be a distraction from the stream, because most channels pick up their memberships during streams. Although people can join memberships, you can't gift a membership unless you're in a stream. So people come in, the gift button's on streams. So they're busy streaming. They have time to go, oh, let's give it to XYZ. Maybe they could, like, I don't know, how does Twitch do it when you gift a Twitch? Does the gifter get to choose, or does Twitch figure it out? If somebody's more familiar with Twitch, to let me know that, because I thought that you could actually, I thought that they may be able to be, select from this group of people. These people are open to receiving gifted memberships. They don't have one currently. You can pick from this list. That would be an interesting feature. I reckon the person sending it, but I wouldn't expect the streamer to allocate that, because the streamer is busy streaming. So yeah, I like the idea in the sense of I think the person to, but if someone's dropping 50, I don't know if they want to be bothered. Maybe they have the option, let YouTube pick automatically, or yes, I will pick them, and then give you like a pull down list of everybody who's in the chat. Maybe that's the way to do it. So that's an interesting way. I think, yeah, certainly the person buying it should maybe have that option. Definitely. We don't want to on a spam bot or someone that causes trouble. Well, I think YouTube would pick up on that. Any accounts that look like they're flagged that way, they're probably not going to be picking themselves in, but with their automated system. So maybe they would exclude them from a list if the purchaser is picking. So anybody know about Twitch in terms of that? Maybe I should. You know what? There's a way to find that. It's called Mr. Google. Does Twitch gift subscriptions get chosen by the purchaser? I'm interested in the answer. Twitch purchasing gift subscriptions. We'll get it from the horse's mouth. Oh, you can, yeah, on Twitch you can gift to specific viewers. But I think they do them one at a time. I don't think they do them in groups. Do they do them in groups? Oh, okay. You can pick single ones. Okay, they have two options. You can gift a sub to a specific person in the chat, or you can do what's called a channel subscription, where you can pick a group number. They have 1, 3, 6, and 12. Oh no, they're gifting months. So you can gift somebody 12, like a 12-month subscription. So you can pay for one person for 12 months instead of like 12 people 1 month each. But there is a gift to community option. So yeah, Twitch has some interesting options there. Let me get back to my comments here. Pam says, sorry if it's old news, but what do you think of hypes? And where can you see them? I have people saying they hype my vid, but I can't see it. Yeah, that's a good question. When it's your own video, there isn't a good way, because the hypes are very sort of like time limited, because they only appear on videos in the first 7 days. Once it hits the 7-day mark, it's not eligible for hypes anymore. So they drop out of the hype leaderboard. So then, yeah, I don't know where you look off the top of my head. So that's a good question. Yeah, I sort of, the hype about hypes sort of like dissipated. Like I knew channels where they would like hype up to go hype their Sunday show. Like they'd pick a show and say, we're only hyping Sunday shows to get that in there. And they were ranking in the top 100 in Australia. And after a month or two, they stopped, promoting it. It was like the newness had worn off. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not sure where you can go see that as the person who owns the video that was hyped. Obviously, you can only hype from mobile devices. There's not a lot of hype stuff you can see on desktop, except for like turning on and off in your settings. So Larry says, I want to click on the comment to bring it up. Larry says Twitch awards gifted memberships using an algorithm that selects viewers from chat. Yeah, but you can pick specific people over on Twitch as well. I was just looking at, I was on their help page. Credit Classroom says, I bought a new thing, which is my my day sheet that allows me to use a dry erase marker to plan out my day. Just filled it out for Monday. Oh, nice. Philip says, I keep thinking of hype as a super like button, but never use it often. Yeah, like I got 3 a week. I don't know the last time I used the hype, to be honest. Yeah. The thing with notifications for like hype or anything else as well, because you do get some sort of like alert on what your notification settings are, in the YouTube settings of which things you've agreed to be notified about. And then obviously or browser settings. Have you like turned off YouTube notifications completely? So even though YouTube's ready to send them, they've got nowhere to send them because you've turned them off on your devices. So there's that 2 level of settings in terms of notifications. And I think the big one is just to check that do you want hypes? Do you want to be notified when someone comments? Do you want to be notified when someone subscribes to your channel or not? Yeah, it's all those like when you get a bigger channel, like me with 11,000+ subscribers, I don't have every time someone subscribes, it gets like you get like constant. So I have that turned off, so I can see my notifications check. I can see it in my desktop if my sub count's gone up or down. You know, I can see that. Yeah, not all channels can be hyped because they've turned it off, or they don't have any qualifying videos, or they're over 500,000 subscribers, or they're under 500 subscribers. So yes, yeah, Brent sums it up well. Hype is a nothing burger, pretty much. Pretty much. I don't know if that's going to change though when they do paid hypes, when people can start to pay people to pay to hype, because you only get 3 for free every week, and when you use them up, it's like, I want to hype something. It's like they're going to make a paid hype option. They're testing it in certain countries already. So yes. Not sure why Doug is why YouTube Music. It's probably because of my live streams are now also going into podcasts. So they might be doing like because I'm live, they're probably doing like it promotes the live because I've selected the live to add it to that playlist for the podcast. So then people over there can just like listen on audio, if you know what I mean. I don't know whether they take the live feed like YouTube does, or whether it's like a general advertisement. Maybe they're doing the whole live podcast thing as well, which I'm not sure about. But that's all happening in YouTube Music, and on the YouTube Music side of things, I'm not sure if it's audio and video or just audio. Because I'm new to this podcast thing. Like I only added my news shows to a podcast playlist in December, just right at the end of the year, because they said, hey, you should use it. It's a feature. Go use it. Yeah. All right. Am I missing comments? All right. You know what I can still do? I can still play this.
It's the last call.
So at least I still have those up my sleeve. But we're going to keep going through the comments. But we're heading into that last part, so it's the last chance to make a comment or ask a question. Not too many questions going on today. There's a few. Okay, where am I up to? I've lost my place in this chat. I'm not used to working off the chat. Creator Classroom says, I follow a guy that is going to get monetized this week. He's 11 away from 1,000. I know a few days ago he was 100 watch hours away. Oh, so he's close on both counts. So yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Kathy says, I feel it's acceptable to ask for a like or a sub. It should be acceptable to ask for a hype. Yeah, I think so. I think it should be a call to action. Like at the end of the video saying, hey, if you made it to the end and you enjoyed it, then why not consider giving it a hype while it's fresh and new? Something like that. If you know you're in that zone and it's a brand new video, obviously after 7 days, that call to action is not. You can't hype something like that. The other thing is anything I put out. No. People can hype me. I've been hyped. It's just that I can't hype from this channel. I can't give hypes on this channel because it's a brand account. All right. We should not talk any more about brand accounts. I think of you as a normal YouTube, not YouTube Music. I don't even check there for you. I go there when I want music, but Rick Astley never going to give you up. Just always happens here. That's funny. Nice. Brent's using AI to design first course. It's good for like collating information, maybe doing some art design. There's a lot of things you can sort of use it for to like streamline things. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, well, I haven't tried. You still can't go. I haven't. Yeah, I don't recall seeing any hype, but I don't watch huge amounts of content from as a viewer from this channel on my phone to sort of see it. But I will. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't come out on the live streams until it's like becomes a replay. So it becomes like a VOD. So once it's a VOD, you can hype it. So yes, you can do like hype the stream after the fact. Yeah, people are asking like all the things all the time. That can get a bit like tiring, you know, like the like, describe, the hype, the share it with a friend, and make sure to subscribe. And I already said subscribe. You know, all the things. I don't know how many things there are, but you know, leave a comment below and click the like button and you know, do all the things and drop a super thanks and. Karen has hyped me. Yes, I know, I read that one, didn't I? Credit classroom. Doug, have you done your tube school homework? Is there homework apart from the workbooks? Or is that the homework you mean? Like, I've done all the sessions. Actually, no, the most recent one that went up in the last day or so, I haven't watched yet. I nearly watched it last night, didn't get to it. So there's like one 5-minute video I haven't watched. But yeah, some of the workbooks I'm still working on. So I didn't. Is there a due date on those? I don't remember there being a due date. These things are on late for me. Brent, monetize the second channel, but it's going to take a back seat for this course. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, when you got multiple channels and then other projects going on, it can get a bit difficult. Shasta Scrapper says there's a difference between reminding viewers to like and subscribe, and maybe even mention the hype. But some of these folks get carried away. Yeah. See, it's the engagement routine. Philip says, no point in sharing it to anyone who's actually interested. Even friends have differences. That's right. You really want to share to people who you know that it's a good fit for. So when you share content, like broad appeal content, like people sharing like a movie trailer or something, you're sharing it with someone who knows they'll enjoy that. So that's the sort of idea. Sharing content with people you think it would be beneficial for, they would actually be interested and they'll actually click and watch. Brent says I think he'll take the old videos from the main channel, unlist them, and reload them to the second channel. Do you think YouTube would frown on this? That's a good question. I'm not sure of the ins and outs of the difference between if you just unlist it or whether you have to actually like delete it from the other channel, so there's not like two copies. Like if you're, the other thing to keep in mind too, if the only copy you have is on that original channel and you download it, the YouTube download is only I think it's still only 720p, so it's going to be a low quality video. It's not going to be as good as the original upload that you uploaded. So that's another thing to consider. If you have the original content on a drive somewhere that you've saved somewhere else, you can use that to upload, or maybe even just tweak it a little bit so it becomes like just a totally different video because you've tweaked it a little bit. Maybe you've given your updated graphics or something that maybe the old content didn't have those, and you can update that, whatever, and then re-upload them. That sort of makes sense to me. It's a big job. But yeah. if there's like a whole plan behind it, then yeah, you can be methodical. Maybe just do it over time. Yeah, Larry's idea about stitching together compilations could be good as well. All right, we've got 15 minutes. Nick Nimmer's coming up in 15 minutes. Nick and Dee with Nimmer Live back this week. It's out last week and Nick was sick. So that's coming up in about 16 minutes from now. So we're about to wrap things up. I'm just going to make sure I get through these comments. Anything else? Any random YouTube videos or even just post? Okay. Nickadee instead of Chickadee. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, well, it was a complicating stream today. We lost about 35 minutes with technical issues, and then we just, I knew in the back of my mind as soon as we had issues, maybe I should just go to my mobile. And I'm like, no, I want to get this working because I want my slides. I want all the stuff. So, yeah. But what we can do is we can still finish with the, oh, hang on.
Thank you for the super chat.
Can't bring it up on screen, but I can heart it. Brent, American English Brent, has dropped a US $1.99 super chat saying, thanks, Doug. Thank you. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here and being a regular on the show, in the chat and all that. All the good stuff. Like I turned around and I saw on my recording version on Ecamm, I saw the pop-up that comes up when people drop super chats. I'm like, oh, okay. Got me right at the end. So I want to thank everyone for watching today. You will hear a little bit of the exit music, but I do not have any way of bringing that up on screen. So so you'll hear it for a minute. I'll wave goodbye, and we'll do the things. Oh, there's another one. Larry's dropped a $5 super chat saying, Doug is the hardest working man in show business. There's no business like show business. I don't really refer to it as show business. That's interesting, isn't it? But yeah, I guess we are putting on a show. A live stream is a show. So appreciate that, Larry, as always. Oh, I need to hit that.
Thank you for the super chat.
All right, I'm going to hit my end screen graphic, which is going to be on the recording. You'll hear the music. So you hear a bit of the music, and then I'll wave, and I'll end the stream, and then I'll stop the recording. So make sure I did manage to get the redirect set up on this new stream, so you will automatically end up in Nick's pre-show chat. So make sure you tell Nick that Doug sent you, all the usual. He'll get the raid notification, but it's all good. So yeah, let's see if I can get this working. Let me know. I don't know if you can hear the music. Let me know. It'd be a bit weird if the music's playing, but it's not coming through the stream. Oh, you can hear it. That's good. I'm waving, but nothing's happening. Let's hope YouTube fixes its ingest before next week's show. This is Doug, and I'll catch you later.